Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com, is brought to you by RockAuto.com. All the parts your car will ever need.
Welcome back to Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. Now, Benjamin, our lead technician, well, he's finishing up on that engine. Can I start it yet? Can I start it yet? I can't wait to start that engine. And while he's doing that, I'm actually going over this Drive magazine here, and it's an innovation that still drives automotive aftermarket. Man, that guy looks familiar. What do you think of that? Man,
I know that guy.
That's a handsome dude.
That's
but anyway,
cool.
It does. And really, a quote I wanted to quote out of here, it's pretty neat. It says, "I believe the inventors and creators in today's aftermarket are kin to the tinkerers and pioneers of yesterday." Man, this is a testament of what's going on. Why do we want to trash this truck? We don't want to, man. Think of the ingenuity that went into this. This is amazing. And what better way to enjoy it than with a couple of bubbly waters, right, guys?
Absolutely. Oh, pinkies up, right?
Pinkies up, pinkies up. It's bubbly water. Yeah.
Such weirdos.
Yeah, but now we need to go to the, exactly. But you know, you guys been writing in, and we have those email questions. We promised you that. We did them throughout the season, but I think we got 3 or 4 good ones right now. Dave, what do you have?
Yeah, the first one comes from Trayvon. He's up in Newport, Rhode Island. He's got a 2012 Silverado. He says his AC compressor went bad, and he went to replace it, and when he got to the shop, they wouldn't do it without putting an accumulator in and the orifice tube, and he said that would add a lot of cost to the bill. He wants to know if that is normal and why they want to do it that way. And Josh, you seem to have the answer there.
Got another can out of the cooler. I'm going to pass this over to John real quick. Yeah, you read that pretty nicely, but he sounds pretty upset.
He does. Should I read it again with an angry voice?
Yeah, but sometimes it seems like a shop's trying to upcharge you when really they're not. If an orifice tube gets dirty, as Gardner has over here, you can see this dirty orifice tube, that helps keep the debris out of the system. Now, when they ask you to replace the accumulator as well, there's a tiny screen down in the bottom of the accumulator, and it actually helps filter out the oil going back to your compressor. If that gets clogged up, then your compressor is not going to get any oil. And your desiccant bag is in there as well. If that gets contaminated, it's not going to be able to filter out the moisture in your system.
So they're not cheating. They're actually putting these components in to protect their compressor, because the compressor is a big investment, and you want to do that as well. Just replace all these components. They're not doing it to cheat you. They're doing it for a reason. You don't want that metal going around the system and getting back to the compressor. That's not a good thing.
All right, well, Gus is next up. He's up in Bismarck, North Dakota. Has a 2014 Dodge Ram, and the motor blew up.
Wow.
Sorry, Gus, that doesn't sound good. He said the truck's in good shape, and he's looking to buy a used motor, and he wants to know if there's anything he can check or look at in the new motor before buying it, or the used motor before buying it.
Hey, if you're looking for a used motor, you can do the tricks. Actually, back in show 10, we did the compression and we did the cylinder leakage test. Now, very inexpensive. You can get a gauge set that looks like this. This is a compression leak tester. Go down to the junkyard, get you an old battery, put it in the car, maybe even bring a starter. You can turn the motor over, or the junkyard or whatever, the recycling center, should do that and have some numbers on that compression. That's going to tell you a lot. Well, what are you looking for? Well, you want 90 PSI or more around the cylinders. That's what it takes really for an engine to fire. And you really don't want any big difference in between cylinders. So a compression test is a good thing. You can also, if you have an air compressor, you can do what's called a cylinder leakage test. Now, a cylinder leakage test, we've done this here on Tech Garage before. Just bring an air compressor, screw it into the cylinder, bring the cylinder to top dead center, the valves are closed, and inject air into each one of the cylinders. Even though it's a used motor, the air should go nowhere. Now, there may be 20% leakage by the rings, but if you hear it coming out the tailpipe, you got an exhaust valve problem. If you hear it coming out the intake, it's an intake valve problem. If it's bubbling in the radiator, it's a blown head gasket, or you hear a bunch coming out of the crankcase, well, your rings are bad. Stay away from that engine. But you know, Dave, any good junkyard or recycling center should compression test the engine and give you some specs prior to buying it.
And that is pretty cool. Well, speaking of engines, looks like Benjamin's about ready to get started there, so why don't you go help him out and we'll finish this up.
Is it running yet? Is it running yet?
Just get up there. Jerry's in Bakersfield, Josh. He's got a 2018 GMC Acadia. He says it idles rough when it comes to a quick stop. Has a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, and he's wondering if you have any ideas on how to help him.
Well, with my car, the first thing I would try is actually to clean the throttle body. They make some throttle body cleaner. They also make mass airflow sensor cleaner, so you want to be careful about which one you get. If you're going to clean your throttle body, make sure you follow the service manual, because if it tells you not to push in on this butterfly valve, don't do it, because if you push in on it, it can reset the home position. You might end up with a problem where you can't even start your vehicle.
Good stuff, Josh. John, how's it coming up front?
Getting close, Dave. Got the accompany distributor and computer command control, baby. No carburation here. Went through the setup wizard, got it all ready to go. I think we're ready to crank it. We got Benjamin, our man inside the truck. Benjamin, give it a shot, brother. Here we go.
Nice work.
Beautiful,
Good
man.
stuff, man.
Yeah, this thing is perfect, man. Kind of like the whole season. This thing is pretty nice.
It is really nice. It's part of our Keep It or Crush It segment, which actually was cool because we got a lot of great vehicles, but it kind of flopped because we were trying to flip some of these vehicles and make a profit.
Wait a minute, flop? No, the vehicles were good. Yeah, the profit flop, man.
Well,
Start out with the van. Josh, the van.
I like the van. It's nice. I'm gonna keep the van.
Yeah, with 20 kids, I think the van's going to do you well.
Mine is, it's probably about 20. It's close
Yeah,
to.
absolutely. Benjamin fell in love with the F-250, man. Guess what? He's driving it. Of
course.
And Avante, my son, well, this one's going to him, man. I'm not getting rid of any of them. I love it. They're all keep-its, Dave. And what about yours?
I didn't do so well, John. I had the Scion, and yeah, we crushed that. So it was kind of a bad decision there.
Yeah, that's all right. We got you a Yugo out back. We'll get you one. Don't worry about it.
All right, next season on Tech Garage, we're working on a Yugo, if we can find one.
Yep. You guys, make sure you join us on social media. We're going to still be around. This is the end of the season. This has been a phenomenal season. Thanks to Chipola College. Thanks to our sponsor, RockAuto.com, and all you guys. We can't do it without you. And the crew, Dave.
You got it. Best crew in television. Thank you all. Thank you for watching Tech Garage, presented by RockAuto.com. We'll see you next season. In the meantime, catch us on the YouTubes for episodes from the past 9 seasons and beyond.
You got it. See ya. Boom.
Production assistance provided by Chipola College in Marianna, Florida. Chipola was founded in 1947, and it was recently ranked among the top 3 community colleges in the United States.